Our FFA chapter tribute is brought to you by Pioneer, developing new generations of seed innovations for new generations of farmers. Pioneer, what's next happens here. And we're always proud to meet that next generation of ag leader. Joining us this week is Kelby Roberts. She's serving as the president for the Indiana State FFA. And Kelby, thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you so much for having me.
If you would, tell us a little bit about what agriculture's like where you grew up.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up in Rush County, Indiana. It's a very rural community about an hour southeast of Indianapolis, and really agriculture is the community. You know, on the county side of things, there's agriculture everywhere, but even within city limits, our city government is always there to support the agriculturalists of our community, but there's also fields and animals as you drive through Rushville. So really agriculture has always surrounded me as far as where I grew up, but how I grew up was as a fifth generation Hereford producer for the Hereford cattle industry, where both of my parents were heavily immersed in that, and that's where my love of agriculture first stemmed from.
So you had ag in your blood, Kelby, but what made you decide to run for leadership in the FFA?
Joining FFA in the 8th grade, it didn't take but a few minutes sitting in my first ag class and to decide that I was going to be an FFA. You know, growing up, I had aunts and friends that were ag teachers. My parents were the livestock judging coaches for the Rushville FFA chapter. So it really wasn't a question as to if I was going to join FFA, but it was a question as to what I would do in FFA. So it definitely felt like I was supposed to join FFA. It was something that I was supposed to do. But as I really got to dig deep in my FFA involvement, I knew that it was what I was meant to do. I never felt more myself or more at home than I did when I was in the blue jacket. So then taking those next steps into leadership as a green hand officer and then as a chapter district officer, running for state office just felt like it was what was right for me. And I knew that if I was supposed to be a state officer, then I would be. And I'm absolutely ecstatic to serve Indiana FFA this year.
Well, Kelby, it's hard to believe that school will be kicking back into session here in the next week or two. We wish you the best of luck as you continue your year of service as Indiana State FFA President. That's Kelby Roberts of Indiana.